I sing for you.
All right, I want to introduce y'all to my friend Brian Carr. I want you to hear a little bit of his story. And Brian's a tell it like it is, no nonsense kind of guy. And Brian, when I think about that, I think about our good mutual friend who says that we're all train wrecks. Some of us just have more cars lined up behind us than the others. So does that describe you?
Oh, without a doubt. And my last name is Carr, C-A-R-R. So, yes, I can relate.
Brian, would you say that you have a past that you're not proud of?
Oh, absolutely. Decisions and lifestyles that I have lived in the past. I've wasted 38 years of my life.
But you're not wasting life anymore. And that's actually want us to focus in on not so much what's happened in the past, but what you're doing with now and with your future. So what is it that God has done to free you of that past, to move you beyond your past, and to bring you to where he has you now?
It took quite a bit of humbling, knocking me down to a level to where I was just big enough to realize how small I was, and have him just totally take over. And all it took was one step for me to take towards him, to ask him to take over.
I've heard you describe that step, that change, as being a surrender. What did you surrender, and what do you continue to surrender to be in this place where you're experiencing God and his change?
It's a daily surrender. Time, thoughts, ideas, habits. I have to constantly give it to God.
Well, God's freed you from your past, but that doesn't mean that your past doesn't still pop its head up every once in a while. What do you do on those days when regrets or struggles pop up that remind you of that past?
Absolutely. That's a daily issue. I stop. I don't care if it's driving or a project I'm working on in the shop. I just stop. I focus on God, his face, on Jesus, the cross, whichever pops up first, and try to get my heart right, try to get my mind right, and wrap it around God and let him take over.
When you stop in those moments, you're getting grounded on the truth. What's the truth that you're getting grounded on?
Without him, there is no true joy. There's no true meaning in my life. All this has been his works. What he has revealed in the last 2.5 years is wonderful. Awesome.
What is the joy that you've experienced in being free from that past?
The peace, the feeling that the past is exactly that, the past. God washed my past away when he died on the cross for me. When he bled for my sins, it all washed away. That is joy. And coming to that concept, I don't know if I'll ever totally understand it, what God is and the love that he has for me.
What's something you would say to somebody that's struggling with letting go of their past? What advice?
Until you're ready, he'll keep working on you. And whenever you do, when you finally had enough, it'll be the most glorious, wonderful day you could ever experience. The most rewarding, the most holy of holy days.
And what would you say that you're finding the greatest joy in now about God these days?
His will, his purpose in my life, figuring out exactly how he can use me in the glory of God. If I share with one individual, if I can help one individual, it's all through God.
Yeah. And one of the things I know that you're passionate about is him using you, and not just using who you are now, but who you were, and using that past. And I know you've expressed to me that if you could help anybody avoid some of the mistakes you made, that you would want to be a part of that. And I just love how you've opened yourself up to that, and I appreciate you sharing your story with us today. Thanks, man.
Thank you.